Hi, everybody. My name is Lydia Middleton. I'm the Executive Director of ASIS, and I'm here with Luann Sinnamon, a candidate for an at-large seat on the Board of Directors of ASIS. Welcome, Luann.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Good to have you here. Okay, I have 4 questions for you. We'll just go through them, and then if there's anything at the end you want to add, feel free to do so. So my first question for you is, why are you a member of ASIS, and what keeps you renewing every year?
Yeah, well, ASIS is really my intellectual home. It has been for many years. I first started attending ASIS as a PhD student, and I remember well how exciting it was to be part of the annual meeting then. And it's where I meet my colleagues, researchers and instructors in LIS programs from around the world. I personally have benefited from ASIS in many ways over the years. Through the annual meetings, the SIG activities, the different awards that are available. And what's really important to me is that ASIS acts as in a leadership and advocacy role for the discipline of information science, which I feel is my disciplinary home. And so that work is really, really important. I also really enjoy that ASIS is opening and welcoming and makes it a really great learning opportunity.
Fabulous, thanks. So what particular skills and experience would you bring to your role on the Board of Directors?
Right, well, my strengths are in academic and research leadership, I would say. I've been a faculty member at the School of Information at the University of British Columbia for 16 years. And for 5 of those years, I was director of the school. And so in that director role, I gained a lot of experience in things like strategic planning, human resource management, working with budgets and financing. And I also, I've served as PI on many different research grants. So gained some experience there that I think is really valuable. Another area I've been active is in conference and workshop organizing over the years, and I've served as chair of conferences, including one for ASIS. So I think my main skills that I bring are probably big picture thinking, people skills. I really enjoy working with people with an inclusive leadership style, and those different organizational management skills as well.
Fabulous, thank you. So what aspects of the current strategic plan would you be interested in focusing on during your tenure on the board?
Yeah, well, there are a number of goals that I think are really important and of interest to me. One is about membership retention, and I've felt that the activities that ASIS has undertaken to retain existing members and recognize them for their contributions have been really valuable. And so I'm happy to see that those are going to develop further. I'd like to support those. I'm also very interested in the publication side of things. As a researcher, ASIS has played such an important role, but I think the plans to expand the reintroduction of ARIS, for example, the revitalization of Information Matters, those are great, and I'd like to see that work continue and to support it. The final one is probably relates to the relationship between the different organizations in this field. I'm a member of ASIS, ALIS, and the iSchools organization, and so I think working to find the synergies there, what is unique about ASIS, but also what we can all do together is something I'd like to support.
Very good, thanks. And finally, we're getting ready to start a new strategic planning process soon. So what do you feel is not addressed in the current strategic plan that you would like to see us look into for future strategic planning?
Yeah, well, I think that ASIS, in my view, and its members have the potential to contribute more to address some of the social, economic, environmental issues that are facing our world. We hear about them in the news every day, and I've seen some activity there in work, for example, related to the pandemic that's come from ASIS members. But I think things like the climate crisis is an important area of work that we need to devote time to. And there are others, of course, misinformation, the impact of AI and these new tools, generative AI tools. These are all areas that I think we as an organization and as individuals can make more of an impact in. And I think that if we can engage in a kind of a more socially responsible or social engagement in the organization, then I think it's going to attract more members as well who have these diverse interests and demonstrate the value of the organization. So that's something that I'd like to see us focus on in future strategic plans.
That's great. Thanks. So is there anything else you'd like to let the membership know before we finish up here?
No, I'm just looking forward to the opportunity. I'm looking to learn from my colleagues in the organization and to give back. So yeah, it's an opportunity that I look forward to.
Great. Well, thank you so very much for your time. We certainly appreciate it.